Hi guys, welcome back. Good morning. Today is day 18. We're on our 31-day journey, working to establish good habits, get ourselves into some good routines so that our lives can run more smoothly and our homes can be more organized and be easier to clean. So I'm glad you're back again today. We are on day 18, which is, according to the baby steps we're following, today to take a look at the Flylady's 11 commandments. So it's kind of the idea of, what does mom always say? And it's like, what are the bullet points? You know, if you can what are the takeaways? If you can take away just certain ideas, what would those be? And so these are her 11 main topics. So I'll go ahead and run through them quickly. And then whenever I have something to add myself, I'll spin off on that. So keep your sink shiny, clean and shiny. We know that one. That's part of our evening routine. So continue doing that. I hope you are. Get dressed every morning, even if you don't feel like it. Do your morning and before bedtime routine every day. Number 4, don't allow yourself to be sidetracked by the computer. I think it's always a good idea when you're getting ready to go in and check out Facebook or YouTube or check your emails, just to set a timer for 15 minutes and just say, I'm going to work until my timer goes off. It keeps you focused on the reality of time. Time is not an endless commodity and keeps you from just getting sucked into the depths of the internet. Next one is pick up after yourself. If you get it out, put it away. This is a really good one for all of us, including children. This is something we could pass on to our children. If you get it out, put it away. It's actually less effort if you have homes for everything and you put them directly into their home. It's less effort to do that than if you take off your jacket, for example, when you walk in the door and you put it down on the chair. Later on, you have to come back, pick it up, and go and you put it into its home. It's a multi-step process, whereas if you just take it off and put it up, one touch. So your keys, shoes, we don't have to waste effort in looking for lost items, things not being where we thought they should be or where we want them to be. Place for everything and everything in its place. So we'll talk more about this at another time probably. This is another one of my favorites. Don't try to do 2 projects at once. One job at a time. We as humans think we are so good at multitasking, and we think that we're being really efficient and really productive if we multitask. And actually, it's quite the opposite. It's the idea. Have you ever seen the poem of if you give a mouse a cookie? So it's the idea of if you give a mouse a cookie, he's going to want a cup of milk to go with it. So you go to the refrigerator to get him a cup of milk. And while you're at the refrigerator, and I forget exactly how it goes, but it's this chain of events where you do one thing, which leads to something else, which leads to something else, which leads to, and you never actually finish the first thing. You don't actually finish any of them, and then it kind of circles back around and you realize you never actually got the first thing done. I also saw a sort of a funny little spin-off of that. That's if you give a mom a muffin, and it's just this chain of events where she never actually gets to enjoy the muffin because she goes to get herself a cup of coffee to go with the muffin and gets sidetracked doing something in the kitchen. And so it's like we never actually finish anything. And so I had one time I was going to fix my daughter's toy. She had a little toy. And so it's funny little spin-off that I posted on Facebook. So it was the story of my daughter brought me her toy that she wanted fixed. So I went to the drawer where the glue was. So as I pulled out the drawer to get the glue to fix her toy, I saw a line of ants. And so I pulled out the drawer further to find out where the ants were coming from. And I saw that they were coming from around the back side of the cupboard. So I pulled out the cupboard to get to the ants. And so it's just this chain of events that I kind of kept going, and this chain of events went to be where I never actually got anything accomplished because it was one thing after another. So finish what we can do is we can actually accomplish. We can go all day long feeling like we don't really accomplish anything, but if we focus on one task, we can accomplish that task in actually considerably less time than we think it would take. And then we can move on to the next task, and we focus on that. We accomplish that, then move on to the next task. We can become actually so much more efficient with our time if we just focus and finish. then move on to the next thing. So that's one of my favorites. All right, the next is don't pull out more than you can put back in 1 hour. So this has to do with like a decluttering project or I have huge piles all over the bed right now because I'm sorting through the winter clothes and the summer clothes. So I'm putting away the summer clothes and bringing out the winter clothes. So I have like these various piles all over the bed. So the idea is don't pull out more than you could reasonably put back in 1 hour. So often we'll get kind of one of those projects where we'll bring out everything into the center of the room and we start sorting through them, and then we get discouraged or overwhelmed or distracted with something else, and then they end up sitting there. We have the remnants of them sitting there for another month. And so it's just don't pull out more than you can put back in an hour. All right, the next one, do something for yourself every day, maybe every morning and evening. I like to spend some alone time, just relaxing, maybe when my son is taking a nap. I sit down with a cup of coffee and my Bible because that's important to me, and I just spend some alone time, and that is a real life-giving time for me. And so you find out what's important to you and make time for it. Here's another one that's kind of fun. Work as fast as you can to get the job done. This will give you more time to play later. The idea is work fast. So have you ever noticed that you can get so much done in 15 minutes before someone shows up? So say you get a phone call from someone, your really good friend is on her way over, and you look around your house, you're like, oh my goodness, I need to get a lot done quickly before she comes. And so you just do a really quick speed tidy, or you quickly wipe down the bathrooms or something. You get so much done in such a short amount of time. Set a timer, work fast. If I set out to sort the pantry, for example, if I don't have a timer set, it's so easy for me to get distracted. I pull out the spice boxes. I get distracted with washing down the boxes or wiping down the bottles of the spices. And so I can get so immersed in the project, often trying to work for perfection, that I completely lose sight of the big picture. And it could take a good long time, good few hours even, to sort the pantry. But if I stay focused, I just pull out things, wipe them down quickly, put them away, sort them up however I want them, and keep in my mind, you know what, good enough is actually good enough. I can get so much more done in just a few minutes than I could if I spent all day long on it. Smile, even when you don't feel like it. It's contagious. Make up your mind to be happy, and you will be. Don't forget to laugh every day. Pamper yourself, you deserve it. So those are some of the Flylady's 11 commandments, is what she calls them. They're kind of her words to live by. So take what of those really mean the most to you and put them into your life. All right. Have a great day, guys. See you tomorrow.